I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Driving drunk, they stole lives. Mothers, children, entire families gone in a flash. Can their tears in court ever atone? On quiet highways and bustling freeways, reckless choices behind the wheel ignite tragedies that shatter communities. This is the gut-wrenching world of drunk driving disasters, where one moment of impairment leaves a trail of devastation. Join us as we unravel 5 harrowing true crime cases: Sean Blicchington's deadly crash in Florida, Charlessia Pelt's fatal mistake in Detroit, Jorge Solis's Father's Day horror in Atlanta, Amber Pereira's fiery wreckage in Florida, and Olivia Carolee Culbreath's catastrophic collision in California. These stories aren't just about crashes. They're about broken families, courtroom remorse, and the haunting question: can justice heal the wounds of loss? We begin in Briceville, Florida, on July 22, 2018, where a night of drinking spiraled into a nightmare. Sean Blicchington, a 48-year-old Jacksonville resident, was no stranger to the law. With 5 prior DUI arrests and a permanently revoked license, he had been warned repeatedly to stay off the road. Yet, on that fateful summer night, with a blood alcohol level well above Florida's 0.08 limit, Blicchington climbed into his Dodge Ram pickup. Driving erratically on US 301, slamming head-on into a car carrying 21-year-old Ryan Kennedy and 22-year-old Bailey McKnight, who was 8 months pregnant with her son Lawson. Ryan and Bailey died instantly, along with her unborn child. Blicchington, unscathed, fled the scene, hiding in a nearby ditch until Nassau County deputies arrested him. Charged with DUI manslaughter, driving on a revoked license, and leaving the scene of a fatal crash, his 2019 trial in Nassau County Circuit Court was a reckoning. Circuit Judge James Daniel condemned Blicchington's intentional drunk driving, noting its devastating toll. Susie Kennedy, Ryan's mother, delivered a heart-wrenching victim impact statement. "I felt like I died that day, but they forgot to bury my body. You stole our future, Blicchington." But the court showed no leniency. He was sentenced to 60 years in prison, serving at Florida's Columbia Correctional Institution. This case, reported by News4Jax, underscores the deadly cost of repeat offenders ignoring the law.
Mom, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Next, we head to Detroit, Michigan, on August 9, 2018, where a mother's reckless decision ended in unimaginable tragedy. Charlessia Pelt, a 30-year-old single mother, was driving her minivan on East 7 Mile Road with 3 unrestrained children, including her 3-year-old son. Under the influence of alcohol, she ran a red light at Hayes Street, crashing into an oncoming vehicle. The impact was horrific. Her son was ejected from the minivan, which then rolled over him, killing him instantly. Miraculously, her other 2 children escaped unharmed, but the other driver sustained minor injuries. Pelt was arrested and charged with operating a vehicle while intoxicated, causing death and second-degree child abuse. At her 2019 trial in Wayne County Circuit Court, she faced the boy's father and her own family. Sobbing, she apologized. "I'm so sorry. I know the pain he's going through." Defiant, she rejected claims she was a bad mother, insisting. The prosecution highlighted her negligence. Driving drunk with unrestrained children was just horrible. Judge Timothy Kenny sentenced Pelt to 3 to 5 years in prison, a term served at Michigan's Women's Huron Valley Correctional Facility. Covered by the Detroit News, this case sparked outrage over parental responsibility and the dangers of impaired driving, leaving a family fractured and a community in mourning.
I cannot tell you today that I am a Christian without flinching in disgust at what God has done to me.
In Atlanta, Georgia, Father's Day 2016 became a day of horror due to one young man's reckless choices. Jorge Solis, a 20-year-old on probation for a prior DUI in Clayton County, was underage for drinking but undeterred. On June 19th, with a blood alcohol level of 0.125, over 1.5 times Georgia's legal limit, he drove the wrong way on I-75 South at 5 a.m. His vehicle smashed into a car carrying the Osborne family, traveling from Illinois to Florida for a vacation. The crash killed 7-year-old Holly Young, 8-year-old Cabrin Osborne, and 49-year-old Michael Furlow. Atlanta police weren't fooled. Charged with 6 counts of first-degree vehicular homicide, DUI under 21, driving on a revoked license, and more, Solis faced a 2017 trial in Fulton County Superior Court. The victims' families spoke of irreparable loss. "Our family will never be the same." This tragedy highlighted the dangers of underage drinking and driving, leaving a trail of grief on a day meant for celebration.
It was hard. It's been hard. It's always going to be hard. But I have to take...
In Tampa, Florida, on April 24, 2018, Amber Pereira's actions turned a highway into a death trap. The 31-year-old battling addiction was driving on the Selman Expressway under the influence of cannabis, oxycodone, morphine, gabapentin, and tizanidine. Traveling at over 100 miles per hour, she crashed into a car carrying Louis Philippe, his wife Rita, and their 8-year-old daughter Georgia. The impact pushed their vehicle into another lane, where 2 oncoming cars struck it, causing it to burst into flames. Pereira, unscathed, kept driving until her car's damaged tires gave out. Police found empty beer bottles and receipts showing multiple alcohol purchases that day. Pereira claimed a seizure caused the crash, but tests confirmed high levels of cannabis impairing her cognition. Charged with 3 counts of DUI manslaughter, DUI with serious bodily injury, and leaving the scene, her 2019 trial in Hillsborough County Circuit Court was tense. She expressed no remorse, doubling down on her seizure defense. Judge Christopher Nash called her actions a reckless disregard for life, sentencing her to 50 years in prison, served at Florida's Lowell Correctional Institution. Covered by Tampa Bay Times, this case fueled debates on addiction and accountability, leaving a community to mourn a family lost to flames. Finally, we arrive in Diamond Bar, California, on February 9, 2014, where a new mother's drunken rampage claimed 6 lives. Olivia Carolee Culbreth, a 21-year-old who had given birth just 2 weeks prior, was no stranger to trouble, with a prior DUI arrest in 2013. Despite a court warning, she drank heavily, reaching a blood alcohol level of 0.153 hours after the crash, nearly twice California's 0.08 limit. Driving her Chevrolet Camaro at 100 miles per hour the wrong way on the 57 and 60 freeways, she collided head-on with a Ford Explorer, carrying the Mejia family from Huntington Park. The crash killed 24-year-old Leticia Ibarra, 80-year-old Esther Delgado, 47-year-old Gregorio Mejia Martinez, 20-year-old Jessica Jasmine Mejia, Culbreth's best friend, and her sister. Culbreth survived with injuries. Charged with 6 counts of second-degree murder, she pleaded no contest in 2016 at Los Angeles County Superior Court. The victims' families spoke of unbearable loss, with one relative saying, "She took everything from us." Judge Thomas White sentenced Culbreth to 30 years to life, served at California's Central California Women's Facility. Reported by Los Angeles Times, this case underscored the catastrophic toll of repeat DUI offenders, leaving a community reeling. These tragedies, Blitchington's repeat offense, Pelt's parental failure, Solis's Father's Day horror, Pereira's fiery crash, and Culbreth's deadly rampage, reveal the devastating cost of drunk driving. They force us to ask, can apologies mend shattered lives? Is justice enough when entire families are erased? From Florida's highways to California's freeways, these cases demand better prevention and accountability. What would you do in these families' shoes? Share below. And if you or someone needs help, call 1-800-799-7233, National Domestic Violence Hotline, or 988, Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more true crime stories that shock and stir the soul.